Hey guys, Axel here. Welcome to another episode of Lucy, the eternity she wished for. Now, in the last episode, we got an android and brought it home. Okay. Tap. I shut off the alarm by reflex. I groggily get up to check the time. Okay. So we brought an android home from, I don't know, the junkyard. The clock reads 6:30 a.m. School starts at 8 sharp. It takes 30 minutes to get there, so I have about 1 extra hour. Ellipses. There's plenty of time left, and I'm still feeling tired. Okay? Closing my eyes, I lay back down. I decide to catch some more Z's. Dots. Again. Is he sleeping? He just woke up and he slept again. Okay. After a brief moment, I get back up. I realize that I had been forgetting something. Come to think of it, wasn't there I look around for the android. So this is the android, her name is Lucy, model 001, and there it was, dressed in provocative clothing, with a tall note. I'm not gonna read this, it's kind of creepy. Okay. Lucy. Robot woke up. As I call out to her, I'm greeted by an immediate reaction. It seems to be revving itself up. It mutters something and starts to rise off the floor. A robot with looks no different to those of a real person. Also with okay, I'm not reading that. Don't get the wrong idea. Just because it's attractive doesn't mean I'm interested, since it's a robot. In other words, it's like checking out the girl from a magazine. Except that feeling is amplified tenfold in this case. Although technology is improving, a huge gap remains between humans and robots. You can't approach a person like you would with a robot. No matter how close a robot could simulate a human being, machine and man will always be different. As I continue staring at the android, I think to myself, what kind of greeting should I be using here? Good morning? Did you sleep well? They all feel out of place. I decide to ask about her condition instead. How are your battery levels?
100% チャージ完了。問題は見つかりませんでした。
Okay, good to know. I let out a yawn as I make my way over to the bathroom. This is a really small bathroom with showers. Finishing up my morning ablutions, I dry myself up with a towel as I head downstairs. Okay. Entering the living room, I spot a couple of plain sandwiches on the table. Nothing on the table. Grabbing one, I start munching down. It's always the same sandwich from the convenience store just across the street. While chewing, I glance around the living room. My father has already left for work. He always leaves early and returns late at night. Actually, he typically spends the night at work. That's how it is around here. Okay. Back to his bedroom. I head back to my room. He opened up the curtain, I guess, or drapes. I don't know the difference. The android is waiting for me in the exact same spot. Looks like it hasn't budged an inch, as expected from a robot. Putting that aside, I start to prepare for school. While packing my bag, I start to wonder if the robot has any magical self-regenerating abilities. How do you feel? Now that you're fully charged, are you able to walk? Its head slowly turns to face me.
下半身の関節部分に相当の負荷を通常の任務を行うよって修理を要求します。
Keep things simple, remember?
まだ歩けません。
Still, aren't you a real pain? Anyway, I understand. This guy's being super, a huge jerk. I'm not even going to make the attempt to fix it myself. I'm way out of my depth here. I'll see what happens once I take it to the repair shop. Just about finished packing. The only thing left is the android itself. So how am I gonna lug this thing? How did you lug it in the first place? This one. Because the backpack is too small, definitely. Guess there's no other choice. I kneel down facing away from the robot. Alright, hop onto my back. It tilts its head to the side, looking confused. After noticing that, I start to get a little irritated. Top of the line? Yeah, right. Am I supposed to explain every little thing? Listen up. Put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Can you do that? It follows my instructions to the letter. Okay.
確認要請。この方法で合っていますか?
Ah! Stop! Stop! I surrender! The strangling grip loosens. I collapse my knees in a coughing fit. I think I nearly blacked out there. Are you trying to murder me? There's no need to put that much force into it. Just do it enough not to fall off. Honest to God, I thought I was a goner. That thing's got a steel vice chokehold. This android should look to be a world wrestling champion. Okay, let's try that again. Second time's the charm. Rising off the floor, I brace myself for the extra weight. Huh? But lo and behold, it was deceptively light. I think I'm coming around to appreciating this first-class product. Okay, he got this robot from a scrapyard, and while he was taking it from the scrapyard, he was presumably being chased by like a security guard robot, and he didn't know that this android is light. It's just kind of like, I don't know, something that he should have already known, because he carried it around from the junkyard to his home. And also he's trying to take it to a repair shop, which is also an antique shop, which before school, his school starts at 8 and this is like what, 6:20 or something. So the real question is, how did he find a repair shop that is like, that opens at like 7 in the morning? Let's see here. Where's the repair shop? If memory serves, it should be about 15 minutes away, which is a relief, as I'm not really what you'd call a fit guy. Not sure I can sculpt this thing much longer. And now this robot's fidgeting. Hold on tighter so you don't fall off. It feels like I'm scolding a child. Hey, stop moving around so much. Okay, so look at the lifeless eyes. I could feel the android through my clothes. It's like okay, I'm not reading this. It's kind of creepy, so you guys can just read it by yourself. Okay.
冷却器および
This is just
温
kind
度
of
計
creepy, like all
は
the text
正
that
常
I
に
consider creepy.
作動してい
I'm
ま
not
す。
gonna read it.
人間の温度を目安に精密な発熱量の調節を繰り返し行っていま
Motherboards and
す。
microprocessors consisting of various computer chips. There must be thousands of those inside a single android. The heat emanating from the machine. It's as warm as human skin. It feels just like us, but it's not a real person. Just an elaborate fake. Sometimes I fear what progress in technology would bring us to the future. You know where we're headed? With a word, the robot shakes its head sideways. We're going to a place that'll get you fixed up. When they begin repairs, you need to be still and quiet, so they won't be distracted. Do you understand? Hey, I'm asking if you understood. Say something. Like, I know this is an android and everything, but I mean, this guy doesn't have to be such a jerk, you know. I begin to hurry so as to avoid running into anyone that might recognize me. Okay. I arrive at the place in an aching and huffing mess. Sure has the look of a small antique shop, though mostly dealing in second-hand goods. They do dabble in robot repairs. Word is, there's even a fixer who likes robotics, and he's half decent. Normally I wouldn't be caught in a place like this, but these are unusual circumstances. What? A customer already? I mean, it's already weird that you open at 7. So you should, I don't know, expect this. Talk about her grumpy demeanor. After a while, a man emerges from the back, scratching his head. And judging from that not so pleasant expression, I'm pretty sure the guy is not an early riser. Stifling a yawn, he asks, "So, what can I do for you so early in the morning?" Unable to move my arms, I gesture at the android draped over my back with my chin. "Can you fix this?" Okay, what kind of voice should I give him? Is that an android? No, that's just the same as my normal voice. Okay. Wiping his tired eyes, he gazes intently at the robot. Let me see here. I don't think I've ever seen this model before. I saw the glint of curiosity in those sleepy, half-closed eyes of his. He walks over to take a closer look. Okay. So many Well, I'm stuck. Can't make it out. What? Can't make it out the model. That's also a error. I'm pretty sure. Can't make it. It's probably some obscure model from an unknown company, or it's never actually been released to the public. Where'd you get this, kid? Well, how should I play this? You might call the cops on me, as what I did was clearly illegal. So, what should I say? Okay, I got 3 options here. Tell the truth. It fell from the sky. I found it lying somewhere outside. Okay, if I say it fell from the sky, it's not realistic. If I say I found it lying somewhere, that's also kind of weird. So I should probably tell him the truth because he looks like a chill guy. I mean, he looks like the protagonist of an anime character. So I guess I'll tell him the truth. Okay. I found it in the junkyard. Junkyard? You don't mean that company's junkyard? He tosses his thumb over his shoulder. I'm not exactly sure where he's referring to, but I haven't seen any other junkyards around here, so yes, that's probably the one. You've got some guts, kid. I hope you know how much the fines are. I know that anything in the world is free as long as you don't get caught. Well, at least he has a positive attitude. Ha! You're funny, kid. I like that. Guess he's cool with it. Wait a minute. What's this? A nasty frown forms on his face. Is there something wrong? Yeah, you could say that. Suddenly, he starts fussing like a little kid. What kind of sicko would do this? Just look at it. The whole frame's ruined. It won't even be able to move. Okay. He was right. Pretty savvy of him to point that out. I guess he's a real deal after all. So, you think you can fix it? That's not the main issue here. There's something more important. And what's that? Do you have the resolve to... Okay, no, that's the... Oh, that's... Hello? Yeah. Tadi toko kami buat apa? Apa? Tadi mau ngajak orang doang. Masih di rumah. Cuman nggak makan di restoran lah. Kenapa mau makan apa lagi? Yeah, sorry about that. I just got a phone call. So, okay, the more important question is, do you have the money? Because I'm sure that fixing an android would be kind of expensive. Listen, androids break easily. Yeah, no kidding. They're fragile. They're sensitive. They're delicate. Okay, do you have like a robot fetish here? So, do you get what I'm saying here? He emphasizes his point 3 times. That's how passionate he was about it. I can see that he really loves his robots, but at the same time, he's starting to freak me out. The thing is to rant. For a lot of people, androids are nothing but fancy toys nowadays. I mean, those kinds of folk pay for my food and my bills. but whenever I hear about how they've been treating their androids, I tend to lose my temper. They don't understand how important these creatures really are to us. I unwittingly take a small step back. Creatures. This man just referred to androids as creatures. He's not right in the head. From time to time, there've been a lot of people who fall in love with androids. It's not just carnal desire. I'm talking about people who are willing to spend the rest of their lives with androids, treating them as equals. Okay, that's just kind of weird. It's a controversial topic that's getting more discussion. It's an abnormality spawning from an advancing civilization with constant innovation in technology. Okay, this is basically like why the Omnic crisis happened, because people made robots, I guess, that they treat them as equals, and some were like no, and so the Omnics were like, oh, screw you guys, we're gonna have a war, and then everything happened, Overwatch and all that stuff. Okay. I'll get it fixed, but you'd better treat it right. Got it? Really? I'm not the one who banged it up in the first place, even so I don't feel like it's worth starting an argument over. Let's just get this over with. Crystal. Yeah, what a great kid. At least you listen when someone tells you something. Since we're all chummy now, how about lowering your price? Oh, okay. The push your luck, kid. That was a full 180. So much for our budding friendship. You know what? Fine. Half price since you're our first customer of the day. I'm relieved to hear that. Any discounts are most certainly welcome. Great, can you have it ready by the end of school? It's a pretty light day, so yeah, it's doable. He punches some numbers into his calculator. Then he shows me the results. I was planning on charging you only about this much. What do you think? Ellipses. I blank out for a bit. Okay, so it must be really high enough. There are a lot of video games that I've always wanted to buy. I also need to save up for new textbooks that I'll be using next year. This or what had better pay for itself. Fine, I'll pay you when I come back. Holding out my treasured pocket watch, I glanced at the time. Should have been comma there. I've wasted way too much time here. An outdated gear clocker in this day and age. Outdated? Wait, is outdated with a dash? I don't think so. I like it. It has a nostalgic charm. I'm well aware that these types of watches are hard to find, but more importantly, this is my personal way of rebelling against this continuously developing society. Hey, you piece of junk! Ellipses. Can't you hear me? No response. I finally decide to address it by name. Lucy. The robot immediately reacts. What's with this thing? I'll be back after school. Behave yourself, alright? Okay, the android wobbles its head back and forth. I'm hoping it understood me. And with that, I leave the shop. Okay, then I guess I'll end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Oh, before I leave, consider reading my story on Wattpad.com. I'll leave it in the link in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!